What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon. NBA DFS video. It is Monday. It is October 30th. It is the last Monday in October, and we are back with an 11-game slate that we are going to talk about. If you've never been here before, we do it a little bit different than other channels or other websites. So what we're going to do is we're going to break it down a little bit easier for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the Vegas numbers. We're going to look, since there are more than 5 games on the slate, we're going to give you our top 3, top mid, and top value picks at each position. And at the end of the video, we're going to look at some things, and we're going to try to build a core lineup, a lineup that you can start building off of from there. So that being said, anytime a video gets at least 50 likes, you leave a comment, you are a subscriber, you have a chance to win a free week of DFS content brought to you by FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. That week, if you did it today, would include this week of NBA, this week of NFL, this week of NASCAR, this week of PGA, and this week of hopefully bringing home the bacon with us. So that being said, I think it's either this is the last week of NASCAR or next week's the last week of NASCAR. I can't remember which one it is, but we do have MMA as well. Those two are, and PGA are back this week. So we've got exactly what you need. If you have questions, get them down below. If any of our videos get at least 100 likes, you have a chance to win a free month of DFS content. If any of our videos get 125 likes, a chance to win a free year. And if any of our videos get 150 or more likes, you have a chance to win a lifetime subscription. So that being said, as you can see on the screen, we had 49 likes on yesterday's video. So very close, but no bueno. So we're going to try better. We had 500 views, only 15 comments, and only 49 likes. So hopefully we bring it to you today and you like the video a little bit more than you did last week, or yesterday, I should say. That being said, we have a ton of NFL content. We have a ton of content that we bring out every single week. So that being said, what does NBA include? Includes minutes played, points allowed, Vegas odds, player projections, chalk plays, our cheat sheet, which includes the plays we like at each position, some leverage plays we like, and optimal lineups. Now, the optimal lineups are a starting point. If you subscribe to the channel, do not subscribe only for the lineups. The lineups are a starting point. They are not an end-all, be-all. They are not a take this lineup, copy and paste it, and that is it. They're a good starting point. Do not just put the lineup in. That is not what we do. If you're looking for that, you've come to the wrong place. You can go buy lineups from lineup sellers on Twitter or YouTube or wherever, where they don't go into the research. They just give you lineups and that's it. We give you research. We give you information on top of it. So that being said, just looking at the Vegas numbers here, this is on the website, but I've sorted the Vegas numbers by highest over-under because you want to target those games mostly. You see the Hawks at the Timberwolves, 234.5 over-under here. Timberwolves are actually a 2.5-point favorite right now. We got the Pelicans at the Warriors, 233 over-under. The Pelicans are a 2.5-point favorite there. You've got the Nuggets at the Jazz, 231 over-under. The Nuggets are 7.5-point favorite. We've got the Wizard at the Celtics, 229.5, and the Celtics are a 10-point favorite. You got the Nets at the Hornets, 228.5. The Nets are a 1.5-point favorite. You've got the Grizzlies at the Mavs, 227.5. The Mavs are a 2.5-point favorite. We've got Thunder at Piston, 226.5. Thunder's a 5-point favorite. Pacers at the Bulls, 226.5 or 226 over under. Pacers are 3.5-point favorite. Bucks at the Heat, 223 over under. The Bucks are a 5-point favorite. Lakers at Magic, 221.5. Somehow the Lakers are a 3.5-point favorite. We'll see. And then we got the Raptors at the Trailblazers, 217 over under, and the Raptors are a 7-point favorite. So you want to target this. This will be updated about 2 hours before tip-off tonight to see if the lines have moved at all. So definitely make sure to check that out. Then you can go by and you can go look at the, and this is updated, DraftKings and Fanduel. You can sort it by however you want. We can go through and we'll look at that when we're building out there. So that being said, like I said, we have the things we are looking for, and we are looking for plays. So here we go. this is the article, and you can find this article down below. So if you've been wondering, just click the link in the description of this video. That is today's article. So let's go through the top three mid, and 3 value plays at each position. So starting at point guard for today, we've got Luka Doncic at 56 fantasy point projection. Obviously, and we made this before, these are projections. It's easier to project than other DFS sports, but we're not going to project a triple-double, a double-double. We're not going to project 70 points on there. So these are a baseline. The majority of them, this is kind of their floor projection. So it could go up. Obviously, injuries are a big thing. I had a lot of people reach out about NFL yesterday. We had so many injuries yesterday, and a lot of them were in our lineups. A lot of them were in our research. There was nothing we could do about that, obviously. Injuries happen in the NBA as well. So I wanted to bring that, just put that in the forefront as well. We got Shea Alexander here at 50 fantasy points, Damian Lillard at 48. Mid-tier options, Drew Holiday 33, Marcus Smart 30, Ben Simmons 30 fantasy points, and then value picks here at the point guard position, Gabe Vincent 21, Colin Sexton 21, and TJ McConnell 20 fantasy points. Shooting guard, we've got Steph Curry at 47, Kyrie Irving 44, Anthony Edwards 44, Shaedon Sharpe 31, Spencer Dinwiddie 30, and Austin Reeves 29. And then value picks, Alec Burks at 22, Malik Beasley at 22, and Moses Moody at 21 fantasy points. Moving to the small forward position, Jason Tatum 49, LeBron James 44, Lauri Markkanen 41. Mid-tier, Franz Wagner 31, Gordon Hayward 31, and Buddy Hield 28. Now be careful with sports betting because Franz Wagner, I believe, or Mo Wagner, had the bet of the day, like Thursday, was Mo to hit over 17.5 points. And for whatever reason, the NBA accidentally gave it to France. And then DraftKings paid out on the France bets, but not the Mo bets. And then they weren't going to give the people money, even though the NBA corrected it after the game. And it was a huge deal last week. It was either that way or the other way with the Wagner brothers. So definitely pay attention when you're putting out some sports bets there. Also, we do have sports bets part of the premium content. And then we get to Buddy Hield at 28, and then value picks, Sadiq Bey at 22, Taurean Prince at 22, and Zaire Williams at 22. Moving on to the power forward position, you got Giannis at 52 fantasy points. That is a floor projection. Would not be surprised if we see 60, 65 plus out of him. And what we're looking for, and if you've never been here before, so you're either playing cash or tournaments. The target for cash is 6 times value. So if someone is 5,000, you're looking for at least 30 fantasy points. The minimum floor value for tournaments is about 7 to 7.5, maybe 8 times value for what you're going to get out of there. So if you're playing tournaments, you got to target the players with the mindset is they need at least 7 times their value. So let's put that out there. We got Pascal at 43 and Zion Williamson 41. Mid-tier, Aaron Gordon 31, Michael Porter Jr. 30, Andrew Wiggins 30. And then value picks here at power forward, Hachimura at 21, Obi Toppin 21, and Jay Crowder at 21 fantasy points. Then we jump into the center position. Nikola Jokic, 56 fantasy points. He's always a triple-double threat. He's always 70 fantasy point threat. So this is a conservative projection. I would not be surprised if this projection moves up during the day. We got Anthony Davis at 46 fantasy points. My problem with Anthony Davis is he'll have some really good games. Then he'll have some stinkers. Then he'll start to look like he's getting even better. And then he gets hurt. So this is always a thing for me. Watch out for Anthony Davis. He will break your heart if he has not already. Then we got Kristaps Porzingis at 40. Mid-tier picks here, Miles Turner 32, Brooke Lopez 31, DeAndre Ayton 31, and then your value picks here at center. You got Kelly Olynyk at 24, Al Horford 23, and Jalen Smith at 22. Then some value plays, not a ton of big value on this slate right now. Jalen Smith 5.12 times value, Alex Caruso 5.06, TJ McConnell 5.06, and Cole Anthony and Tim Hardaway Jr. both at 5 times value there. Now, opening night, we saw some discrepancies with pricing, especially on DraftKings, where we were seeing 8 to 9 times value on there. And then Friday night, we had one play. Karis LeVert had 10 times value in our optimal lineup. So a lot of value to be found. That is what we found right now. So if you want to see the article, click the link down below. It is in the description of the video right now. So we will look at this. So we do have other things. NBA, we have the NBA DFS minutes played. So when you come in here and you look at Doncic and you see that they don't have it averaged out, but you look at game logs, you see 36 minutes, 34 minutes. We actually have it where, and this is not updated yet. It will be updated throughout the day once all the news comes out because we have to aggregate all of this information. But we will show you every single team, all the depth chart that have played in this year. So you can just see Atlanta Hawks. You see they've played 3 games right here. You see that Trae Young played 36 minutes, 35 minutes, 32 minutes. Now, obviously, it doesn't correlate with what it's showing for the score and if people sat or anything like that. It's not a game log in that sense. It's a game log in the sense of minutes played their last 5, and then minutes per game their last 3, last 5, and last 10. So it gives you an average of the players. So, again, don't just come through here and take the lineups and that's it. You got to use a little bit of your research, but we give you the tools to make you a better DFS player. That is what we're here for. Fantasy Team Advisors has been bringing home the bacon since 2014. We've got multiple $20,000 winners. We've got multiple people winning. What we do is we don't just copy paste. We give you the tools to make this a one-stop DFS shop. A lot of you are newer since the MLB season. You've never played NBA with us. Maybe you came along during the NFL. We're giving you the tools to be better. So this is a tool. We will be updating this. This will be updated. Depending on when you watch this video, this might be updated already. But as you can see, it's every single team. It's all the depth charts. It's everyone who's played through this year so far. So that's kind of what we wanted to talk about. If you have any questions about it, this will be updated by the time you watch this video, hopefully. But we are in here. We are looking to build. So looking at this, and we've talked about this, and now these are stats that we have so far. Now again, like I've said in other videos, we're looking for about a month worth of data to feel confident about. Like Brooklyn, they rank worst. They're giving up 65.8 fantasy points per game to the opposing point guard on DraftKings. And then on FanDuel, they're giving up 62.7. So the difference is just about 3 fantasy points. So you can see that they're really bad against the point guard. Bottom tier against both shooting guard and small forward. They're really good against the power forward, and they're really good against the center. So in this instance, with 3 games being played, or however many games the team has played, we are looking at, you don't really want to take a power forward or a center against Brooklyn. So if we come into here and we look at Brooklyn, they're playing Charlotte. So power forward, we're probably not looking at Gordon Hayward. We probably don't want to look at Mark Williams, who has been up and down as well. We want to focus on, like we said, the point guard, shooting guard, and small forward. So we could look at the point guard for Charlotte, LaMelo Ball. Game log, pretty good. Probably want to throw LaMelo Ball in there. We go to shooting guard, Terry Rozier. We're looking at him. Not so good game, not so good game. He's about 7,200. Playing the minutes, though, he's playing 35 minutes. He would be, in this instance, if you're building off of this, he would be a good spot. Then you come down to you're looking for like a small forward. So who's worse against the small forward? We look at Sacramento Kings. Are they playing today? You kind of come through. You see that they're not playing today. You come back to this. The Nets are playing. So do we really want to stack this much? We could. So you look at small forward, the Kings, the Nets, 54.3. That's Gordon Hayward as a small forward, not a power forward. Depends on which position he's going to play. If he is playing the small forward, then I'm going to smash the Gordon Hayward button. If he's playing power forward, it really just depends on what we're looking at. Then you kind of come through. You look at the Utah Jazz. I don't believe they are playing today. Yeah, they are. So Denver. And then you look at the Jazz have given up 54.3 against the small forward. We look at small forward. Is it Michael Porter Jr.? We're looking at him. He's, you would love to see more minutes here. But again, he's played 3 games. He's averaging right around 30 minutes a game. Or it's probably whatever the average is. 36, 30, 35. He's at there. That's about 5 times. We're okay with that. We come down. We look at Cleveland, 27. I don't think Cleveland's playing. Yeah, they are. Aren't they? No, they're not. So you come down, you look at the Lakers. They're giving up 47.5 to the opposing small forward. So the Lakers are playing. We come in here. That would be Orlando. So Orlando small forward is it Wagner, and we've put him out there. Game log, he's averaging the minutes there. We're getting it. He's got that. He's 6,600. I'm okay. We'll smash that. Let's say that. We come to the center position. Depending on who's been worse against the center, Portland, Indiana Pacers. So that brings us to Toronto. Pascal. Okay. He's playing minute-wise 36 minutes. He's 9,300. Jacob Pertl, 56. He's playing 25 minutes. He would be a cheap option. Now, he'd be more of your like boomer bust type play. So depending on how you want to build your lineup out, that's kind of a starting point. Now, that is one way to do it. So one way to do it is to look at the plays and look at the points allowed by position. But that's not the only way, especially since we only have 3-4 games worth of data. There's not a ton of options that we can feel confident about when you build your lineups out there. So another way to do it is let's just clear this out and let's get into all the games. Look at the point guard position. Now, this right here is the overall rank, defensive rank. So this is not, okay, Boston or Washington's the worst against this. So he has a good game here against Miami. Minutes played, he's playing about 30, 36 minutes. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Now, this is not the only way to do it, but the way I'm doing it is I want Doncic in here right now. 70 plus on both games. 78 his last one. He was 11th. He is 12,000. So you do need at least 60 out of him. That's the problem. But we will draft him. I like him. That's the reason he's the picture of the video and the article, and that's just what I feel confident about. So we get to the shooting guard. It really just depends on if you feel confident, who you feel confident about. But one that I was looking at when I looked through some of these, Ivy, his game log, it's been down. This is one where this is more of a tournament option. He's playing 20-plus minutes pretty much. 5,100, 13. That's one that jumped out at me at the moment, but one of the ones that I looked at and we projected out on our sheet was Dinwiddie. Now, did not do anything game 1 at 6,500. That was against Cleveland, only played 24 minutes. His last game, he played 40 minutes, had 23 points, 40.75. He's 6,100. And if you look, Charlotte against point guard or shooting guard, let's go just Charlotte here overall. Not very good here against shooting guard, 51.5. So Dinwiddie's one that I want to get in there. So starting off right there, you about 5,300 is an average. Again, this is not the only way to do it, but this is a way to maybe feel confident, feel comfortable building out your lineup and depending. Now, a lot of people have been asking, what about LeBron? It depends on what we're going to get out of him. He's 9,100. He's got, he's 50-plus fantasy points here. So we're looking at the value we need. So if we put him in there, we're down to 4,500. Now, I don't know if we can build a confident lineup with this, but let's see if we can through here at 4,500, which it's probably not going to be easy. But we could look at Kelly Olynyk. 20, we're 5. That's about 5. That's 4,800. We're at 4,500 here. Center-wise, it's going to be really hard to find a value center at this price. Maybe Mo Wagner. He had 33 here against Portland. If you look at the Lakers against the center position, 55.7. I mean, he's a cheap option. So Mo Wagner's a cheap option. Brings us right still at 4,500. So we are still at that same precipice of 45.66 as an average We can look. We're looking down here. Caruso, game log wise, you can see he's playing about 20, 25 minutes as an average, 24, 40. I mean, he had a good game. Let's throw him in there. We've got a forward for 4,700. Obi Toppin hasn't done much. He's been in lineups, hasn't really done much. Probably don't want much to do with him. Torian Prince, we used him opening night against Denver, 26.75. Didn't do anything here in 18 minutes, but played 41 minutes against Sacramento at 30.7. If he gets the minutes, I like him there. So that brings us to a utility of 4,700. Now, Toppin's there. Killian Hayes is here. Hasn't done much. Sadiq Bey has made our lineups. He's had one stinker, and other than that, he's been pretty good. I think I'm going to go with that. So this is just a build. This is not a final build. This is not the only way to do it. This is how I'm looking. So I'm building it throughout using this information. Obviously, more news is going to come out throughout the day. We're going to get injury news. We're going to get news that tells us, this player's in, this player's out, the minutes expected, and stuff like that. So this is a start. I'm going to enter that. And this is a tournament lineup, obviously. So, again, any questions on anything at all, let us know down below. That's just kind of a build. That is a small one. Again, towards the end of the day, I will pin a comment here with our core plays. Probably like 4 Eastern, 5 Eastern, a couple hours before tip-off. I will put our core plays, a couple of our core plays, down below, and I'll pin it. Now, the rest of them are on the website. They're on our cheat sheet. They're part of the NBA cheat sheet. We have core plays. We have plays at each position, leverage plays. Then we have value plays. We have DraftKings tiers. We have a lot of things. So if you have questions, let us know down below. That's what I've got in this video. Good luck today. And as always, let's bring home some bacon. Peace.